Here's the build for that 2-transistor amplifier. It's very similar to the other one that I built just a couple of weeks ago. Basically what I did was I modified it. I added a audio transformer to the output stage, and that was the main thing. And I had to change the bias of that transistor, and that's what that variable resistor is. I'm just using it as a resistor, and it's set to 590 ohms. Now here's the circuit, and with an audio transformer, we'll find that we've got some problems with linearity, and some of it has to do with the way a transformer works. So what we want to try and do is minimize that. Now, if we take a look at the input and the output of that last stage, what I want to point out here is the input. If we take a look, it says we've got a positive coming in first and then negative, but at the output, it's just the opposite. Negative first and then positive. So that means that between the collector and the input, it's 180 degrees out of phase. Well, if we can connect something on that collector and send a little bit of that signal back to the input, we might get some interesting results, and that's known as negative feedback. And this is what I came up with for that circuit. I've got a 10k ohm resistor, and in parallel with that is a .022 microfarad capacitor. And what I'm going to do is we're going to start off without the negative feedback and see what it looks like. And we're going to go from 400 hertz up to 1,000. And then I'm going to go back to 400, and then we'll put the negative feedback circuit in and see what it looks like. Okay, everything is on, and I'm looking at the collector of the output transistor, and the frequency generator is set at 400 cycles, or 400 hertz. And let me bring that up slowly, increasing the frequency. This is 450 hertz. This is 500. And already it's off the screen. I could recalibrate it, but I think this shows what the problem is. Let's go back to 400 here. That's a pretty amazing jump from 400 to 500. Not very linear. And as I continue past, this is 500. When I go up to 6, I'm sure that that signal is still climbing. And there's 7, there's 8, 900, and 1,000. So, not too linear of an amplifier. Okay, now that's back down to 400. Let me hook up the negative feedback circuit, that resistor and capacitor. Now as I plug this in, Let's see, I missed it. I was looking at where I was plugging it in. Yeah, there we go. You'll notice that we lose a little signal. Okay, with the negative feedback circuit in, let me move this up to 450. Okay, it's gone up a little bit. They go up to 500. Okay. Before, it was already off of the screen. Okay, let me go up to 600. Well, that's looking much better. Here's 700. Here's 800. 900. And 1,000. Much, much more linear. And I've got this cranked all the way up. I don't know. It's past 1,000 here. I'm gonna 1,000, 900, 800, 700, 600, 500, and 400. What a difference that negative feedback makes. It makes this little audio amplifier a lot more linear in that range. And let me put this back down to 400. Let me take out the negative feedback, and we'll do this again. Just out of sight. What a difference. I'll put it back in one more time. It's not distorted or anything. Just looks really nice. Thanks for watching.